Hello, my name is Tyler Williams, and I'm going to be discussing which of the pay theories in our text I believe is most important when creating a pay system. So, kind of aligning with the B Corp idea that accountability and transparency is a very important aspect to a a socially responsible organization. The equity theory is based on the psychological principle of motivation and describes how an employee's motivation can be affected either positively or negatively based on how they perceived they're being treated in an organization. So that comes down to if they feel as though they are being treated fairly or unfairly. So within an organization, there are generally multiple positions where there will be multiple people doing the same job. And the equity theory states that employees doing the same job will perceive unfairness if they believe that they are being paid less to do more than someone who is being paid more to do less. Now, the text focuses on the word perceive because it truly is the employee's perception of equality, because the human resources department may indeed think that all of the employees are being paid fairly for the amount of work that they do, when employees might perceive that pay as unfair. So I think that some of the negative consequences of employees believing that they are being treated unfairly is a lack of transparency makes employees less loyal to an organization. It could lead to things like them quitting. It could lead to things like them not paying as much attention or doing as good of a job as they would if they were motivated to do better. So this also comes down to a type of reward system, because pay could be looked at as a type of reward. So it's important that in the human resources department, the management staff, the higher level staff, know their employees so that they can know which employees are going to value which rewards. Some employees would rather have paid time off than be given a 25-cent an hour, 50-cent an hour raise. So it's important to know your employees personally in order to be able to judge their desires accurately. And so within the equity theory, you have to make sure that employees in the same position are being either paid the same, or that the reasons they're not paid the same are transparent. So, for example, someone who is in the same position but who just started in an entry-level role may make less money than someone who's worked at the organization for 5 years. But that should be transparent and expected by the employee who is newly hired to the organization as sort of just what it is. It isn't an aspect of being unfair or fair. It's just that they've been there for longer. So employees in the same position who do the same job, they should all be held accountable for their work, and pay raises should come from multiple, or can come from multiple things. I think that experience is one, education is one, their time at the company is one, and their production, like if there was a production bonus, that could also be a reason to get paid more. And all of these things would be transparent, and it would hold every employee accountable for their perception of how they're treated based on the way other people are treated. So that's why I think the pay equity theory is the best when creating a pay system, and thanks for watching my video.